Hey everybody. I figured that since I have my smaller photo queue at a more manageable size where I can take it and move it around and show some of the different aspects of it and sort of probably explain exactly how you take the pictures through it to be added inside and around the box. The photographic portal model, this is the bare model right here, and it opens up like this. It would have reflective material inside and out, and it would have light of some sort. I was thinking rope lights, probably more thinner than the ones that's on the big photographic portal model, but something to light up the photographs from behind. And I even thought that maybe I could use, this came out of an old game board that I made that uses dice in each of these cubicle cells. I won't go into that, but I was thinking that maybe this is the last alternative I have to really make the cubicle cell grid panels for the inside and the outside all around of this box, because the one that I made out of window blinds, they have a curve to them, and I don't think you can get that curve out of there. They're just not very good to work with anyway. And so all this that I have here on the floor for nothing, I guess. But I could find cardboard like this, some sort of poster board, thick poster board, to make these grids more accurate and everything. And to do that for 12 of them on 12 sides. Faces, I mean. If I've been saying size, I meant faces. But, you know, it would show the edge on view. These are here. If you can imagine this, well, you don't have to imagine it. I'll put it up here. You can see that the angles, they probably won't have as much resolution as a smaller grid, but they would definitely pull off the effects, I believe. I believe they definitely pull off the effects of blending into the environment. If you consider putting the X units, the X pieces of poster spliced into each other in between each of these cubicle cells for the corner angle views, and these would be for the edge on views, and if you look straight through it, that would be the face view. Now I believe it wouldn't obscure the face as much with smaller resolution. With larger resolution, that smaller resolution would cubicle cell resolution. So I believe I'm gonna, and this part would have to be cut off. I'm not gonna use this. I'll probably use it for a template, but this part would be cut off right about here, a cubicle cell length off each side. And so that's what I'm gonna probably do for the cubicle cell grid panels. And for the photo queue, I still have to straighten this out, and I have to find something to hang it from. But I found the holographic object, the test object, to be used for the photographic hologram that would appear to float inside the box. There's three different qualities of any portal, from photographic to televisual and possibly to hypothetically cosmic portals. Is an outside cloak. This would be a photographic cloak of invisibility, an interior backdrop holodeck, and an interior hologram. Photographic holodeck, backdrop, and centered or central photographic hologram. And I decided to use a star. It's another geometric object like the dog toy of my old photo queue that I was going to use on my larger larger photo queue that I was going to use on my larger photographic portal model. So there's three different qualities to a portal, and I can capture them all with one set of images taken twice for the inside and the outside that would produce all three effects. I think that's interesting. One set of images taken through this photo queue. I call it a photo queue because it cues you in on where to take the pictures at, the photos. And so now I guess I'll explain how you take the pictures. Well, for the photographic hologram, you keep the object inside, and you had this dangling from something in there. I had on my larger photo queue, I had a shepherd's hook that I made out of a bent metal pipe. But this would require something else, smaller and more out of view. And I tried to make the clothes hangers as thin as I could so they would be out of view of the finished pictures. But I think I'm holding this wrong. Yeah, I am holding this wrong. And I have this attached to the wrong one. You either choose red or green, is how I decided to make this thing work. You choose the three arms that come to a center on the red arms, or you choose the three arms that come to the center on the green arms. And you take the pictures, you take the edges. The red tells you that you're taking these edges first. You're taking these edges, looking at this way, looking at that way, looking at this way, looking at that way, a complete face. But you're not going to get a whole square image in there for the photograph. It would recede into the distance, foreshorten. But that's where the morphing comes in. It morphs the image, stretches it out. And so the image would look stretched out, but when it's placed back into its original position that it was taken in, viewed from where it was taken, it would appear to be flat again. And you would remove all the excess images around here, the excess background that's not supposed to be on the cube, and it would blend in at that angle from the position it was taken in. And you have to be careful to take pictures all the way around it exactly at distance and an equal distance away. So the red shows you the edge on views. But it also shows the corner angle views. For the faces, you take it straight through. You take a picture straight through and see this is bent. It needs to be straightened some more and held in place. But you take it straight through the frame. You let the foreground frame, square frame, be your border for the camera picture. And you center the background frame to be the background. And then that's all you do with faces. So that's the easiest part. It gets a little bit more difficult as you move along. When you take the edge on views, you have to take one picture right here and one picture over here with receded, foreshortened ends. And you stretch those out. That's when the morphing begins. You don't morph the faces, but you start morphing the edges, and then you morph the corner angle views. The corner angle views right here. You take a picture right here, you try to square it up as best you can. It's going to have a little receded opening space of the background that's not supposed to be on the box. But you trim that off in the morphing process, and you pull the frame out until it's a square image again. And again, that's going to anamorphically morph the image on it. But when it's put back in the right position and seen from the position it was taken in, it would blend in without any extra imagery from the background behind the box that's not supposed to be on the box. And it's outlined at that angle. And so it gets a little bit harder as you go along. Start with the face, do nothing, morph the edge on views a little bit, then you morph it becomes more difficult to take the picture. Then it becomes more difficult to take the picture at the angle view, corner angle view, and you morph them a lot more, stretch them out a lot more, and cut off a lot more extra extraneous imagery. So that's what this color coding is good for, to keep tabs on the faces, edges, and corner angle views that you want to take the image at. And you keep you take the pictures while you keep the photographic object, test object, inside. So when the pictures are applied inside the box, they'll bring back the image. And the images are pushed through from invisible to its holodeck counterpart rearrangement. Then the photographic hologram would just automatically appear from the backdrop scenery and would appear to float in the center, much like a parabolic hologram device that I had in some of my videos, but I don't have right now with me at the moment. But it would be similar to that, because all that device does is reflect the image back to you where it's supposed to hit your sight, your field of view. And I guess that's all I have to say about these, the photo cube, and what I'm thinking I want to decide on for the size, resolution, cubical cell resolution for the cubical cell grid panels, inside and out. So thanks a lot.